Now, for those of you who know me, you know I love me a good challenge. I took it upon myself, and I'm going to attempt to reprogram my brain in just 3 days. Now you might be wondering, 3 days? Can you even reprogram your brain in 3 days? Honestly, I have no freaking idea. So, I've spent probably the last 2 or so weeks heavily researching how to reprogram your brain, and I've got a good little game plan. Starting tomorrow, we are going to be putting to the test to see if you truly can reprogram your brain in just 72 hours. Good morning, you beautiful people. It is officially day 1 of the challenge, and we are 1 hour in, so we just have 71 more to go. By now, a lot of you might be wondering what my game plan is for this challenge and how I'm going to reprogram my brain. Well, let me enlighten you. 3 days, really at the end of the day, is not that long at all, so I'm gonna have to be as efficient as possible so that I can make the most out of this challenge. So, on day 1, I'm gonna be setting the foundations and awareness for change. On day 2, I'm gonna be rewiring habits and introducing new routines, and then finally on day 3 I'm going to be strengthening new neural pathways, which is basically just the part of your brain which new habits are built upon. Inside of each one of these days, over the next 3 days together, there are certain things that I have to be doing, a very tight structure that I'm going to be following so that I can reprogram my brain by the end of this 3 days be a completely new man. Enough of that yapping. It is time to get started because the clock's ticking. So let's begin with first tasks on reprogramming the old brain. Morning time, day 1. My main focus here is to really just set clear intentions for the remainder of the challenge. It's honestly impossible to make any sort of change if you do not have clear intentions set of what you want to get out of it. Can't reach goals, so on and so forth. Right now, I'm just gonna sit down and write out some of the main goals that I have and the main things that I'm wanting to change throughout this challenge. I'm just doing a little bit of self-reflecting. This is not the right pen. There it is. Okay, so I kind of tried to keep it as minimal as possible just because when you're trying to focus on too many things, especially in such a short period, it ain't happening, my boy. So I have 3 main points, kind of goals that I'm trying to focus on. So we have reframe self-doubts and negative beliefs. I think we all have them, and I think this is coming to extra fruition in my life right now with this huge project. Actually, I can talk about it now because my last video is officially opened up. With my project Elevate, I think it's something that I just put so much time into, detaching myself from the actual result of launching the product itself, that I wasn't prepared for when the project was officially ready to launch. So I've just been so detached from the outcome that now it's here and it's like, oh shoot, like it's time. This could really flop now. All of this could go to waste. So I think just having trust in myself, trust in the product, trust in the work I put in, just trying to reframe those negative doubts into something positive for me. I also want to try to avoid comparison. This is something that I know a lot of us fall victim to, but avoid comparing myself to other people. Whenever I compare myself to other people, and you do it subconsciously, you don't think about doing it, but whenever I'm sitting down on my phone or just scrolling, right after I just feel like absolute dog. And I realize it's because I'm subconsciously comparing myself and my life to these people who are putting out their best version of themselves, putting out their best foot, and I'm comparing that to my worst. So no matter what, no matter where you're at, no matter what situation you're in, you always compare yourself. So just trying to avoid comparison and reprogramming my mind to avoid that as much as possible. And then finally is focusing on what I do, not what I don't. A lot of the time when I'm working throughout the day, I'll put in work for 8-10 hours straight, working myself to the bone, feeling like I get a lot done, but then I'll check my to-do list and there's something I missed, and I will focus on that. I want to focus on what I do, the actions I do put in, and not what I don't get done, because I need to know in myself that I put in as much work as I could, and I should be proud of that. Can't blame myself for the stuff that I didn't get done. So those are my main 3 goals for the challenge. With that said, I am freaking starving as nuts. It's time to get some grub in me, my boy. What's so sleepy, dog? You old man. Breakfast for the day. Those of you who watch me, you're gonna have no idea what I'm about to eat right now. You have no idea. Feel like in the nighttime. Watch what she do when the light shine. Drunk, trying to talk in a strip club. Show the silhouette look like a dollar sign. I'm supposed to be cooking with a stainless steel pan, but I feel like even with the non-stick pan, my eggs still freaking stick. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm like, what the frick? But these do good kind of gas on going back to you. Bone apple tea. Oh man. Hey, they may not look good, but that boy do taste good. Some chocolate milk on the side. Ooh. 11:21. 11:09. I was like, how does this even happen? I didn't go to bed till like 3 a.m. last night because I'm sitting there working on Elevate because I was working on this problem that Elevate was having and I had to get it all ready for the launch and I could not figure it out for the longest time. Probably took me about 5 hours or so. I was like, what the frick is happening right now? I had to reach out to the support team. Like it was a pretty big thing, but moral of the story, we got it fixed and it made it so it's currently 11 a.m. I'm just now realizing how much crappier I feel when I go to sleep late and wake up late. Like it makes me so much more tired and crappy feeling. Waking up earlier definitely makes me feel a whole lot better in the long run, but I will say it sucks balls. So I'm gonna bust down on this calm little breakfast. About to get my tummy feeling right. Food in the old belly. Oh, feels so good, bruh. Now it's time to do a little bit more of my morning routine action. Get this business going. Got a few more items for the morning section and then it's on with the day. Next up for the morning routine section here on day 1, it's a transcendence notebook, essentially is what I call it. So it's a big old pamphlet of different papers. I don't want to show it because it's a little bit more on the personal side, but it's a whole bundle of papers, basically just set to reframe the entire way that you think about life, view yourself, so on and so forth. It's a good way to shift the beliefs that you have into something that's going to be more in line with what is needed to achieve growth in your life. So I spent some time building this out. It's a big old freaking pamphlet of papers. It took a long time, but I'm gonna go ahead, read through all of this. This is gonna be something that I'm gonna be doing every day, but I'm really gonna read through this, feel it, hopefully start shifting the old brain. And then the last, honestly one of the most important parts in my opinion, which is actually part of this little notebook I built out, but it's gonna be affirmations. So I have a page and a little bit of affirmations that I'm going to read out in my head and really visualize kind of me being in these situations. Essentially, these affirmations are just things that I discovered that are getting me closer to those goals that I just wrote down. So it's almost like a fake it till you make it kind of thing. Imagine myself already being the person who does those things that I wrote down for my goals, really feeling the emotion, envisioning it like it is me in my life, which in the long run is going to shift the way I react to certain things, thus helping me become more like that person. So I'm gonna really read through these boys here. I love doing this. So just like an example of what one of these looks like, just so you can kind of get a feel for it, and like what the premise of it is. One is, I am good enough, I'm smart, helpful, and worthy of taking up anybody's time. Knowing I'm good enough makes me feel comfortable, confident, and exhilarated. So I would have some sort of vision of me doing something that is in line with that there, and then I would feel that emotion of being confident, exhilarated while envisioning myself doing that thing. So it just ties positive emotions to you doing these things, which kind of tricks the brain in a way. So very powerful stuff right here. It's very, very good. Morning complete, buddy. And on that note, I think it is time for a calm little workout, buddy. Let's get this business.
What's news to you? It ain't news to me. What's news to you? What's news to you? It ain't news to me. And what's blue to you? It ain't blue to me. It ain't blue to me. It ain't blue to me.
Got a good little booby pump. Sheesh. Triple C's right there.
Ask me questions, I don't care about the answers. Hurt me.
Boy, clocking back in for another OOTD. Let's get it. Starting things out nice. We got these Abercrombie jeans. These are the only jeans I've ever found that I actually enjoy. All other jeans just fit me like I'm a freaking skinny giraffe. They just don't do me justice. These ones are brand new and dude, they suffocate me, but they still look pretty good. And then I'm gonna throw on this little, it's like a little thermal almost material. A little thermal long sleeve shirt, also from Abercrombie, not sponsored. Oh, frick. Put that boy on, a little bit of a longer oversized fit. It is cold as balls outside. It is literally freezing right now, so I gotta stay as warm as possible. Do I plan on leaving the house? No. Do I still want to stay warm? And then finally, I'm gonna just throw on this calm little zip-up hoodie. Oh, this looks like Alright, there we go. Change the jeans up and now we're looking clean. Forget everything I just showed you. That was all cap. This was the real fit. That was all the facade. I would throw on a watch, but I left it at my girlfriend's house, so I'm like a little bear boy today, but still looking clean, you know what I'm saying? My socks are all in the washer, so I'm raw dogging it. You're welcome. Well, I am finally done with all my stuff and can start working for the day. Whenever I'm filming, bro, it literally takes me like 15 times longer to get anything done. But it's officially midday all of a sudden, so that means I got some new points that I gotta be following. So the first one is being mindful of negative self-talk and replacing them with positive thoughts. My idea behind this is anytime I think of something negative, so let's say, oh wow, I am so bad at filming videos, or oh, I should be doing this, or wow, I'm lazy, procrastinate, so on and so forth. Gonna try to reframe that into a positive light. So for example, if I suck at filming, well, I'm getting better every single day. I should be proud of the skill that I'm developing around it, because I am improving and I'm seeing improvement. As I'm going through my day, working, getting all of that fun stuff done, I'm gonna try to make a conscious effort to reframe those thoughts. And then finally, what I'm actually gonna do right here, back to the old journal, I'm gonna write down some of the limiting beliefs that I have just off the top of my head right now. Kind of the things I talked about, like, oh, I'm not good at filming, it's really hard to make money, stuff like that, that I believe is limiting me from achieving my true potential and achieving me becoming the person I wanna become, reframing those into a way that is more conductive to my growth. So I'm gonna sit down, write some of these things down, and I'll let you know what I find. I just sat down here for a little bit, just wrote down some of the things, just to briefly touch on them. It's a little bit more personal, but things like I'm not creative. Sometimes I don't feel like I am creative enough to do things like YouTube or to make things without referencing things from other people. Thinking that the market I am in is oversaturated, that people have been there and done that, and no one has a market fit for what I am doing. Things like I'm not good at talking. Sometimes I think I speak too fast, or I don't pronunciate things very well. Just some of these limiting beliefs that I have around myself that really prevent me from getting to that place that I want to be. So that is the midday for day one. So I got to get a little bit of work done. I have some stuff I have to do that I haven't had the chance to do whatsoever yet, because I've been filming all day. So I'm gonna lock in, get a little bit of work done. I have a lot to do for Elevate before it's ready to go out to all of you guys. Obviously, by the time you're seeing this, it's out, so the work's already been done, but there's always so much more I gotta do. So I'm gonna get to work on that so I can make sure that the product is absolutely A tier. Nah, S tier for you guys. All right, it's a good little session of work completed right there. Been on that freaking grind. Anyways, it is evening time now. Well, it's about 6 p.m. but sunset, and so it's feeling like that time of the night. So I am going to go ahead and do my evening items for the day for day one. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm tired, if you can't tell. The first thing that I actually need to do is reframing a limiting belief to something empowering. From my things that I journaled about a little bit earlier today, I'm gonna reframe one of these into something empowering rather than something limited or fixed mindset, as I call it. For my thing I talked about of I'm not good at talking, I'm gonna reframe that belief in my brain to I am glad that I have such a emphasis on ensuring that I talk good, because that makes me a great speaker. So that's gonna be one of my ways that I'm gonna reframe this limiting belief here, to make it something that better suits me and becoming the person I want to become. Now finally, I'm just going to end off the night, it looks like, with a little bit of deep breathing or a meditation, just to relax myself, bring myself back to the present, and get ready for the rest of the night and eventually sleep. Dude, I haven't meditated in so long. It's a great way to end off the night. I miss it, bro. I gotta get back into it. I used to be on that freaking grind and now I suck at it. But that said, day one, the first 24 hours complete. Got a lot more work to do. I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is officially day number 2. Back on the grind. Free programming. So, on the dockets for today. For day number 2, the main focus is rewire habits and introducing new routines. So, I'm going to be starting off the morning with our Transcendence notebook and writing down my intentions and goal for the day. So, my goals and intentions for the day, because I actually already completed this, I have 3 main goals that I want to focus on today. The first one is I want to focus again on reframing things to be a little bit more positive. My next one is enjoying the things that I do, not focus on what I don't. So very similar to yesterday. And finally is just live unapologetically like myself. Those are my 3 main goals and intentions for today. And then I have work, so I kind of got to get the ball rolling on stuff. Boom, let's get to work. All right, we made it to work. It's time to get that freaking grind on. So for my midday free programming for today, I call this section like a pushing my boundaries section. So the first item I have on my to-do list is to do something that I've been putting off for a long time. Something that's gonna make me uncomfortable, something I do not want to do whatsoever. Without boring you too much, essentially, we sold these houses, the address was wrong on them from what we got, so we have to go through and change all the addresses. It's gonna be extremely tedious and a pain in the butt. So it's something I've been putting off for a little bit, but today, I'm just gonna go ahead and get it done. And then the other item for my midday reprogramming is a little bit of gratitude. So I'm gonna go ahead and journal all this, but just some stuff that I can think of on the spot that I'm grateful for. First of all, even though it's freaking annoying, this sun coming through the window feels absolutely amazing, especially with the winter time. It's cold out there, but it just feels so warm here in my desk area. My car that I drove to work in, imagine I have to walk to work, that would freaking suck. This desk right here that is holding up my tripod, my computer, makes my working environment so much more comfortable. Those are just some of the main things that I'm grateful for. You can literally be grateful for these smallest things. Drywall is awesome, makes the house look a whole lot prettier. Like there's so many options. But I'm gonna go ahead, lock the frick in, get a whole bunch of work done. It's gonna suck. All right, ladies and gents, we made it home from work. Me and the little lady over here about to pass out.
Hello.
But the last item for the day, for day number 2 here, I had some great success with. So I'm gonna go ahead and do some journaling about that. But the very last thing that I have to do is a little bit of visualization. So I'm just gonna visualize where I want my life to be in the future, some of the things that I want to achieve in it. One of the biggest things going on right now is my huge project I dropped called Elevate. By the time you're seeing this video, it's actually live, so check out my last video, go over all of that. Huge project. If you're interested in this kind of stuff, becoming the best version of yourself, it's right up that alley. So check out my last video if you want more information on that. Do my visualization, do my journaling, and I'm off to bed. And I'll see you tomorrow for day number 3. Good night. All right, good morning world. It's another beautiful day. Sun is shining, you cannot complain. So I just got done with training, hence why I look like I just went absolutely through it, because I did. But it is officially day number 3, the final day of reprogramming my brain. So today is all about strengthening the new neural pathways. So essentially neural pathways are just the habit forming part of your brain, which is going to solidify these new beliefs and this new version of myself. Starting off the morning, we have a wicked one today. We got the Transcendence notebook as always, and then we have a cold shower.
So I apologize. I seen the innocence leave your eyes. I still mourn this death. I apologize.
Transcendence notebook completed. I freaking love that thing, bro. Your paradigm, which is basically your entire belief system in your brain, once you can get control of that and have it be conducted to your growth, truly believe things that are going to make you better and get you closer to being your best self, it's a freaking game changer. But I'm putting it up, bro. It's time for the old cold shower. My just favorite part of the day. Let's get this business. Dude, this never freaking gets easier. Woo! Woo! Hey, it's your boy coming back at you with another OOTD. Let's get this business. Going a little professional today. We got the H&M dress pants, type B. A little big on me, but I just gotta gain some weight and then we'll be back in. Then we got a calm little white t-shirt. Let me tell you, I have tried every white t-shirt on the market. That's a lie. But I've tried a lot of white t-shirts. I got this one from Walmart. To this day, it is still my favorite t-shirt of all time. It's a little gross. I gotta get like 15 more, but I can't find them at Walmart anymore. So I'm stuck with this one. It's unfortunate. Then we're topping things off with this little textured crew neck. Kind of hard. Textured crew neck, also from H&M. This entire outfit is brought to you by H&M, essentially. H&M and Walmart. Deadly duo. Probably gonna tuck that boy in a little bit, but hey. Hold up. Hold up. Alright, I'll see you at work.
Like the men before me, I cut off my nose to spite my face. I never wanted.
Made it to work. Alive and well. So, for my midday kind of focus priority, gonna be pretty straightforward. So for my midday, I'm kind of mainly focusing on being focused and also being productive. So my main goals with this is to just set a solid foundation for productivity to get the stuff I need to done, because in turn that will lead me into being in a better headspace overall. So first thing I'm gonna do for that is use time blocking, or it's also called a Pomodoro technique, something like that. Basically, it's a timer where I work for 25 minutes on and then take a 5-minute break. I might change it up today and do something like 50 minutes on and 10 minutes off or something like that. Just change things up slightly. I like getting into kind of deeper work periods rather than being so scattered all over the place. So probably about a 50-minute on, 10-minute off. And then the other thing I want to do is just focus, put an extra emphasis on being mindful throughout the entire day. So one thing I've kind of been doing a lot recently is not letting any action just be a mundane task. For example, I have this pen here. Let's say on a normal day, I would get this pen and I'd go to write something down. I would just hurry and write it down. I've been trying to put an extra emphasis on feeling every single movement, every action I'm taking. So what that would look like would be me clicking the pen, me moving it around in my fingers, me grabbing this clipboard here, me putting the pen to the paper, feeling every little action. It doesn't have to be that I'm going slow. When you're doing those kind of things, your brain is in other places. I'm just doing this as some sort of presence grounding technique to really feel everything that I'm doing and bring myself back to the present. Stuff doesn't have to be mundane. It's only mundane because we allow it to be. So I'm gonna get this freaking work done. I have a lot to do today. It's gonna be a busy day. So I gotta get to work.
And if my children knew, I don't even know what I would do if they ain't look at me the same.
Work was a success, ladies and gentlemen. We live another day. Let's freaking go. I actually decided I freaking love doing that Pomodoro, or whatever it's called, taking the breaks. In my head, it feels like, oh, but I mean, I could be working in that time instead. Taking a break is pointless. You know, like I try to jam as much as possible into the shortest amount of time possible. It just seems like that, like logically would make more sense. But what I kind of realized today was, sure, I was taking those breaks, but the time that I actually was working, sitting there in front of my computer doing the work, I was much, much more productive. So I don't know. I think like I would definitely incorporate that into your life, whether you're studying, whether you're working, whatever it is. If you're trying to squeeze more into a shorter period of time, take breaks. It serves you well. So it's time to head home now. Frick, dude, I am almost out of gas. 15 miles? So I'm gonna stop at the gas station, and then I think I'm gonna surprise my little lady with some flowers because she deserves it. She's been absolutely killing it lately. So I'm gonna get her some flowers and hopefully make her night a little bit better. What's up, lady?
Hi! You brought me flowers! Guess what I made you? Don't look! Bruh, you look.
Oh! Let's freaking go tuna sandwich. Oh, I love tuna. Thank you, baby.
I was like, oh, he asked for that.
Well, on that note, this crazy 72 hours is officially coming to an end. So my last thing on the dockets for today is just reflecting on what this has been and trying to set myself up for a solid foundation going forward. It's been crazy, but I think it taught me that sometimes it's good to prioritize things even if it might not feel like it's the best thing to prioritize. Focusing very heavily on your mental and where you are and your purpose and your direction, I think that has one of the most dividends out of anything in life. So it's something that should be prioritized. If you yourself are not happy, purposeful, and content with where you are, you will never be able to live a happy life no matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter. You have to be okay with who you are. And I think that's what this taught me a lot of, is just learning where I want to be and being okay with me and my life that I created. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, if you are looking to become the best version of yourself, level up your life in any way, I guess Elevate's live now, which is crazy, but check out that first link in the top of the description. It's this project I've been working on for over a year, basically to help you guys all become the best version of yourself. So check that out for more details. I'd absolutely love to see you inside. But with that said, I will see you all in the next video. Peace.
Hey.